figure slid, the whole figure moves in the same direction, right? If you were to cut that out, if you were to cut that shape out and move it on your paper, would you have to do anything? Would you have to lift that shape off the paper to slide it?
No.
No. Okay, look at page 337. Look at the blue boot to the green boot. What happened to that? What did it do? It flipped. How do we know it flipped? How do we know it had to be flipped? Tyler?
With like the toe, the boots, they're both facing different ways.
They're facing opposite directions, right? They're facing opposite directions. Okay, let's look at these to see how we flip a figure. Yes? And you can't just slide it over, you have to flip it over. If you were to have cut out the boot and moved it, you would have had to turn it over to get it to match up, right? Okay, let's look at the coordinates of the blue boot. What are the coordinates of the blue boot? Blue boot. Alex, heel, the heel.
The heel is 2-1.
2-1, do we agree?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the heel? Or the toe, sorry. We did the heel. Toe. Erica. 4-2, do we agree?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the top? What about the top? Tyler?
3-5.
3-5, do we agree? Okay, now, let's look at the green boot. What are the coordinates of the heel on the green boot? Nathan?
-2-1.
-2-1. What about the toe? What about the toe? Callista?
-4-2.
-4-2. What about the top of the green boot? Andrew? Top of the green boot. But you need to give both coordinates. Agree? -3-5. -3-5. Yes? Okay. Now look at the coordinates. Looking at the coordinates. What happened to the x coordinates? What happened to the x coordinates? Kayla? What do you mean it's negative? They went. What happened to them? You're on the right track. Tyler.
They went from positive to negative.
They moved from positive to negative, but are they the same number? Just one's got a positive sign, positive sign means it's not there, and one has negative. So what do we say? What do those look like? What would you call those? Yeah, they're opposites. They're opposites of each other, aren't they? Okay. If I were to fold that graph in half, what line does it look like those are flipping over? What line does it look like? The y-axis, right? If I folded that paper on the y-axis, they would match up, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we call that our line of reflection. Because they're like reflections in a mirror of each other. Okay, what happened to the y-coordinates? If we had our flip over the y-axis, what happens to your y-coordinates? Nothing. Did they change?
No.
No, nothing happened. Okay, let's look at page 338. 338. Do the blue boot coordinates change at all? Yes. Did the blue boot change at all? No. Okay. Okay. Where do you think is the line of reflection in this figure, or this picture? What do you think? What did you think, Haley? x-axis. Do we agree?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's look at the green boot. What are the coordinates of the heel? For the green boot, what are the coordinates of the heel? Tyler?
2 minus 1.
2, negative 1. What about the toe? Callista?
4, negative 2.
4, negative 2. What about the top, Bree?
3, negative 5.
3, negative 5. Okay, now let's look at these coordinates. What happened to the x? What do we notice about the x coordinates, Alex?
It went from positive to negative.
The x's did?
No, the y moved.
So what happened to the x's?
X's didn't change.
The x's didn't change. What happened to the y's? Erica?
They went from positive to negative.
They went from positive to negative, so are they again opposites? Yes. Question so far? No. All right. Now, I handed you a DAB page, page 173. Get that out, please. Okay. So let's flip the shape over the y-axis and draw the image. Label the corresponding vertices with the appropriate letters. To check your work, you can fold your paper along the y-axis. The two shapes should match exactly. So let's start with quadrilateral. A, B, C, D. Where is A going to be if I'm flipping it over the y-axis? Where's the image of A going to be? Where do you think A will end up, Paula?
Flip it.
If I flip it, where's it going to be? Where am I going to draw A?
6.
6. Yep. Okay, where's B going to end up? Austin, do you have this paper? You guys need to be drawing these. Putting it together. Where's B? The reflection of B. Callista?
4, 7.
4, 7. Okay, what about C? Where's going to be the reflection of C? Erica?
5.
5, 5. Here?
No. 3. 5.
3, 5. Here?
Yeah.
Okay, what about D? What about D? Where's going to be the image of D? Morgan? 6, 4. Okay, so does this look like a flip? Does that look like the image of this?
Yeah.
If I fold those over, will they match up?
Yeah.
What do you think? Yep. And I'm folding them over the y-axis. Questions? Haley. Okay, remember what we did when we flipped the boot, the first boot? What was happening to the x coordinate? When we went over the y-axis, the x coordinate switched from being, well, ours switched from being positive to negative, right? These are going from being negative to positive. They're just flipping to the opposite side, right? So here, this was negative 6, 4, so its image would be 6, 4. This was negative 6, 6, so its image would be 6, 6. This one was negative 3, 5, so its image would be 3, 5. And this was negative 4, 7, so its image would be 4, 7. Questions? Call. There's a what? Oh, I'll take it. Okay, question. Alright, I would like you to try to do the pentagon. That's this shape, E, F, G, H, I. On your own. I'm going to turn the light back on so you can see your work. And I will have to come around and check you because I have a sound learner. Okay. You're going to do the image of E, F, G, H, I. The image of it. Okay, where's E, F, G, H, I going to go? Where's it going to go? It's going to flip over the x-axis. Where's it going to end up? Over where? Over here. Okay, so that's where we want it. Wait. This is at 1, 2. All right. Cool. If you did your image, it turned up. Yep, I got it. Your image ended up here, yes?
Yes.
Okay. What's going to happen with this one? Look at the triangle, JKL at the bottom. Is K going to move?
No.
Why?
Because there's 0
Really,
on
why won't it move?
Because it's 0, -4.
I don't know.
You're on the right track, Tyler.
Because if you flipped it over to the other side, it's like they're not right next to each other.
You're on the right track. You're on the right track, Paula.
Since the 0 doesn't have a negative or a positive, 0 is going to be the same.
0 doesn't have an opposite. 0 is its own opposite. Isn't it on the line of reflection? So it can't move. It's like it's blue. So, but J and L can move, right? So what are the new coordinates for J image going to be? Erica?
1, -3.
1, -3. And what are the new coordinates going to be for L? The image for L. What's going to be the image for L, Nathan?
2, -5.
2, -5. And then we connect it with K. And some of you already did that, right? Questions? Did you get that drawn, Austin?
You have to put in L.
I need to write the L. Thank you. Okay, did you get it drawn?
Yeah.
Questions? Questions? Please ask if you have any. Please. If you're not sure, now's the time to ask. So your homework, we're going to do more with these tomorrow a little bit, is to do the back side of this. Flip over to D8, flip over to 174. What is different about this one? What's different about them, Morgan? You're flipping it over the x-axis. So even though your shapes look the same, you're going over your x-axis. So which coordinates are going to change? Your x's are going to change? Bree?
Your y versus your
Your y's will change, right? Your x's will do what? Stay the same because you're going over your line of reflection is the x-axis.